This video is for turning on the lighting and the sound booth equipment for Clearwater Community Church. As you can see, we're in the sanctuary, and over here is the door leading to the sound booth. We're going to go in there. It's usually going to be dark, so if you notice, there's a lighting board already on, and there is a blackout button. When you press the blackout button, you should get lights for the room. At that time, for service, these are the only lights needed. There are some fluorescent lights behind the monitors, and you can turn them on, and the fluorescence on the side of the room will come up. Now, typically, we don't turn on the side fluorescents. We leave them off, and we only turn on the back fluorescents. That way the booth has lighting when it gets darker. We then go ahead and turn on the soundboard. I already have it pre-turned on so you can see where the lit switches are. But underneath the soundboard you have a main power switch, and I'm going to direct some lights so we can see exactly what we're talking about. Okay, so there is the main power switch. You're going to go ahead and turn that on, and then there's two power switches for the Belkin switches. You turn those on, and then you'll get all your sound, all your EQ, and all your wireless mics will come on. At that time, we have the computer rack. We want to turn on the main computer rack, and we want to turn on the monitors. Once those are on, the computer's going to boot up. The computer should already be in the boot mode. You would just have to log in. The login password is presentation, lowercase. Then the next computer is the broadcast computer. We also have a second monitor for the Easy Worship computer. We're going to go ahead and boot those, both of them on. And the password for the broadcast computer is sound, S-O-U-N-D, lowercase. At that point, once those are up, we're going to go outside and go into the sanctuary. On the left side, we have a sliding door, and then there's a power switch right on the right. In here, we have the amps. Now again, these are on, so you can see where the actual power button is. That's this blue one right there. So what you want to do is you want to come in, and you want to press this button, which is then going to turn on everything in the rack. After you get that turned on, you want to close it and lock it up, turn off the light, and then head down to the front stage. Over by the sub, there's another rack. And there's a power switch here also. Press that in. That's going to then turn on all these units one at a time. And also, you want to hit and make sure this power switch is plugged in and turned on. Then we're going to come over across the other side of the room. And here we have three outlets, plugs. We want to make sure all three are plugged in and everything's turned on over here. At that time, you're going to come to the front of the room and back into the sound booth. And this you could do at the beginning, or you can physically do it at the end. This is the remote. And if you notice, there's a little black box right here. You point the remote at that and hold it in for a count of 3, and then you'll notice that the projectors will come on. Projector there and a projector up front. Eventually that will get replaced with a physical TV in the back screen. We'll make a new video for that TV. And as you notice, you can see the projectors are coming on. And then the last thing to do is start Easy Worship. And again, the password for that is presentation. You could have started that before you went down and turned on the rest of the amps. And then there is usually an Easy Worship program, or there's a physical Easy Worship icon that has the date of this service. You would double click it. And then at this point you're going to get a finish, where you're going to then go ahead and say finish. And now you're ready to run Easy Worship in the schedule that's there for the sermon and the service. Any additional training, see David and or Josh. Thank you and have a good day.